Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Come on in and find your seats. I am speaking directly to my classroom right now. We are about to head into another screen so that we can do a little special cooking stream. This is going to be very interesting. So I hope you're ready to go because this is going to be unique. It's going to be very unique.
Real quick, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bones and Burgers. I am your host, Nello. I will be giving you all the good foods, all the good stuff, all the burgers you can have. But there is one important thing that you have to know. We do not open every day. It's impossible. We had layoffs. We had a lot of layoffs, except for you. Except for you in the back there. That's right, Shane is back. We had to hire him again, and that way you have your bones on top exactly. You have a lot of calcium in there. Make sure you have it with bone marrow, because you want that stuff to absolutely destroy your taste buds with goodness. Exactly. Don't you are my cook. You do what I say. You cook what I say. You cook. You're good. All right. He's gone. Well, fuck. But what up, Ornex? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Have a seat. Grab a snack. Grab a seat. We're gonna be going through a lot today. We're gonna be not just be going through food. We're gonna see what it's like to make food safe. Food is everything, but just goodness and graciousness and making you fat, just like me. But guess what? You can't see that. You're not crazy enough. I'm just a bonehead. So just imagine it's a bonehead. Just yes, it is a tasty burger. We have a lot of things happening today, but first of all, since layoffs happened, I decided that wasn't the best idea. So we are going to have some new guests. Not just new guests, but I hired a few people, so that way they can get the proper training. That's right, you're not the only one, Shane. You're not the only one. Don't you threaten me. Don't you threaten me. Are you mute? Are you a mute? Are you?
No, I'm not. I was
Okay,
muted,
okay.
but I'm not a mute.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
It's called
but,
being dramatic.
well,
Adding drama.
I don't know because I know. Thank you. But last time, I didn't hear from you for like a month, and then you came back. It's like what's happening? It's like what's happening? I don't get it.
You don't need to know what happened to me during that time.
Well, yeah. So, what we are going to do is I am going to be bringing in some people. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. There we go. Ah, beautiful. All right, we have things cooking here. I had to do some things with my mind behind the scenes because you guys can't see it. You guys can't. You like your burger? Chippy, choppa. Chippy, choppa. All right. First of all, because I yap a lot, we're gonna be moving some things over because I see a couple of our new hires coming in. New hires are going to be coming in. So come on down. Before you melt, this is a little bit of a the temperature is colder in here. So come on in. Yes. Hello.
Is it me?
Nice.
Are you referring to me or somebody else?
I'm referring to both of you standing outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. I see the bunny, but you look like you're about to melt. You need to come in here because I made sure that what you said on your resume that you need to have it constantly almost sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah,
that's why I'm blue. I gotta be.
I'm a little bit of a special case. I've got to keep it cold, you know.
Yeah.
Stay alive.
Yeah. I mean, it's you just got hired in. I can't lose you immediately. I understand getting fired and getting laid off, but getting melted is not what I have in mind. It's definitely not what I imagine. But hello, yes, hello, both of you. Can you please introduce yourselves to the spectators standing outside of our windows? Oh my! What just guys? What?
I guess I start first then.
Did she know? Did you turn down the temperature? Did you turn down the temperature?
That was out of nowhere.
Did you turn down the temperature? Did you turn up the temperature?
Wow.
Did you?
Well, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're trying to blame me for.
I told you to keep this at freezing temperatures.
And I did.
We just lost one.
I didn't touch the thermometer. It wasn't me. Debbie, excuse me, I gotta cut up this tiny hand.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're trying to blame me.
This is absolutely outrageous. I just lost one of my guests. I just lost a new hire. Are you kidding me? So, while I try to reform our guest, this is can you introduce yourself, Bun?
Yes, hello, I'm Honey Bun. Nice to meet you guys. What else do you want me to say? Like,
Yeah, what do you do? Where can we find you? What content do you do?
so I am on Twitch as the Honey Bun, and on Twitter, or X, as it's called now, as the Honey Bun Art. I used to do a lot more art, but mostly I just try to stream now. And yeah, I usually just try to play more games, and I do like food related games, like Plate Up. That's one of my favorites.
Plate Up is a great one. I honestly Plate Up is it's a favorite. I haven't played it in a while, but it's either Plate Up or Overcooked 2. Overcooked 2 is I see here that you're good at that. Where you're good at your games. I like that. See, we try to hire the best of the best, and
That's right. Yes.
as you see behind me, this is the best I got. This is the best.
I can see that. Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, but
Don't worry about it.
it's called
I'm not sure if I
seasoning.
imagined it, but was he cutting a tiny hand before?
Don't
All
worry
right,
about
so
it. We got very
have
many
you-
different people for different needs.
We'll have you stand behind the counter. We formed you out of thin air. Like literally out of thin air. So we are doing our best to at least keep you alive. So welcome in. If you are a merchant aside, if you do need a moment, we can take all the time we need. I do know you're going through a little bit of some issues on your end. I do apologize, but we do have another new hire. I'm trying to at least let them in telepathically because they're having issues. Oh, well, surprise, guys. Surprise!
Is this
You
the
are-
restaurant?
Yes, you are just in time. We are missing a new hire, but you guys, you're gonna be trained. You're gonna be trained by the best of the best. I paid this gentleman all my life savings, which I had to take a little bit out of Shane's paycheck just to get him in. He will be teaching you not to get sick in the workplace. Relate to food, and trust me, I barely know what I'm talking about. I'm great at pretending on what to do. As you can see, my employees are the best. As my sous chef gives me a very confusing face. on why I chose him. I don't know either. But introduce yourself to fair teacher of the Food Safety Committee.
Yes, indeed. My name is Mr. Aejis. I am a health teacher in the real world, and I am here as the health inspector. I generally stream first-time playthroughs, indie, classic, retro games, and I give health and wellness lessons on things like food safety, on sleep health, on mental health and well-being, staying sane on social media, all kinds of different things. But today, we're here to make sure that this restaurant does not need to get shut down. Yes, indeed.
Well, we had OSHA visit us last time. We almost got shut down, but he turned into a fry cook because he was literally made of fire. So it's kind of ironic that we have an OSHA employee as a legit embodiment of fire. And speaking of fire, can you put away that firearm in the back?
How do you want me to hunt the T-Rex meat then? Huh?
We haven't even got that on the menu yet. I told you next month. That is next month.
Do you know how hard? You know how hard it is to let the meat of a T-Rex to tenderize. It needs a month.
They still have to mate. We have to wait until the summer.
There's plenty of them over at my buddy's, compound. Okay, might be a little genetically modified, but they're fine.
I don't know where your buddy lives. Well, it could be Cretaceous, Jurassic, Triseptic. I don't know what period it needs. Put that firearm away. Hello, new guests at the restaurant. We are going through an audit right now. You're going to be you guys are in for a good treat. You are witnessing greatness. Food Committee, Mr. Aejis, has visited our restaurant with Amanelli, Honey Bun, and Fuji Water, who should be here right now. You are late, new hire. And we're going to be in a learning mood here. So get your notepads. I got mine because I specifically asked my masters to give me hands so that way I can hold on to this knowledge.
Wait, you have people that love you?
I don't talk about my masters like that.
Ooh.
Masters.
Hello.
Oh.
Yes, and real quick, I apologize for interrupting, but can you please introduce yourself, Amai?
Hello. My name is Amai Nilly. I'm literally a vanilla ice cream princess. I stream a good amount of games on Twitch. My favorites are JRPGs, simulator games, and horror games. So I'm so appreciative and happy to be here, and hopefully I can stay on due to my current weather. I mean, my current situation outside. So yeah.
Oh, same
I'm
here.
really
Trust
happy
me.
to be here. Thank you so much.
No, absolutely glad to have you. I have a lot of issues. I don't even know how you made it, Aegis, because apparently we are going to be having storms galore, and I do not want my guests to be trapped in here for the duration of every storm known to man, over 80 mile per hour winds, and as the power cuts off, and then the doors they open on their own. There's no way to open them back up without power. I have no key for them. The locksmith has fucked that up. So I rely solely on power to make sure that everybody gets to leave and enter this building. So, yeah.
So you're saying that one time you locked me in here into that cursed cube? That I'm the exception. I'm the exception.
You are the exception.
Wow.
You are absolutely the exception. Does that mean free burgers? Well, free 100% paid guarantee. After you pay it, it's free. So that's the way it works. That's economy. I need to keep these lights on, you know. Except when Mother Nature wants to ruin that. Well, we trek on.
My boy.
So,
Fell for it.
without
Trying to
further
get free
ado,
food?
Got him.
without further ado, I'm gonna try and make a mental telepathic note to my new hire who should be here. While
I am here.
have
You took my
wait,
fish. You killed my
where is he?
My
Where's he at?
cabbage. That
He's
was the
around
last
here.
one
Oh,
for
he's
the
in here.
season. Damn
Wait
it.
a minute.
Fucking
I don't know
war
about
for
I
that.
heard
Hold
him,
on,
but I
wait a
don't
minute.
Wait, hold on.
You're gonna
Hold on a
fire me
second.
for your negligence?
Fiji water.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no! I'm already being insulted. Oh no!
I think this restaurant
I mean,
might
Fuji.
need kitchen nightmares, not a health inspector.
Listen. I just conjured him out of nowhere. This is our newest employee. He's a good friend of mine, but I didn't think he would embarrass me like this. This is
Wait.
absolutely-
I thought I was here to inspect the PHF levels in the water. I didn't know I was an employee. You never talked about being a grand unit.
That's how he gets everyone.
You lied to me. All right.
Yeah, well, I have the top of the top food committee here, ready to judge all of us and this restaurant to see if we have the standards to keep this place open. Because I'm to be honest, I'm very not so sure this is gonna last a day. But
You
take
don't
it
believe in
away.
my ability of keeping stuff clean? How dare? All because I'm from Florida.
Take it away. Take it away. The floor is yours.
Oh, the floor is mine. Me?
Not you.
Oh,
Yes.
no one knows who I am. Oh,
I'm
introduction.
just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding, Fuji.
I'm just
Introduce
the
yourself.
water. I'm just the water. That's it. Yep, that's my job. That's my role. Yep, there you go.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I am Fuji Water. I am a hybrid streamer. I do PNGs and IRL at the same time. So I'm all over the place. Variety. I play all types of games, do activities. You know, you want to go on a bike ride, you want to go to a water park. You know, that's me. So never a dull moment. I'm just here to inspect the pH levels in your water. Make sure they're up to code, sir. I didn't know about anything about being hired on. But as long as it pays well, I'll stay.
I have your W-2 here. You gave me your resume.
So you're basically telling me I'm working for free.
Unless I data mine that. So yeah.
I have a nice review for you when we're done.
Oh, perfect.
You guys are
Now-
getting paid?
That's what I'm saying. I thought I was.
All right, we're not going to go through the. You know what? You can't talk about that pay. You can't talk about. Pay with your other employees. That's the rule I have.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt because that is a federal labor violation. I'm gonna have to get the NLRB involved. So don't worry. After the lesson, the health department will be coming by, and OSHA will need to make a second trip. Probably going to need to get the National Labor Relations Board involved in this. And I think you're going to need Gordon Ramsay or Kitchen Nightmares or somebody to help out with this employee problem. I don't know if my information is going to help once this restaurant is razed to the ground, but we'll see.
I got Saul Goodman on the line for that one. He'll help me get out of this. But we are going to move forward.
I'm gonna put the straw right now.
Our best.
I've gotten what I needed.
Guys, I will be launching a GoFundMe to save this restaurant right after these lessons. But please, without further ado, with all my yapping, and also thank you, Crimson, for the 25 months. Thank you so much, my friend. Now, with my yapping out of the way, and the introductions, and my rudeness of keeping these employees' mouths shut with their wages, take it away, Aegis.
I certainly will, but I did send ahead some materials, and I don't see them anywhere.
Oh, let me conjure that up for you.
There we go. Yes, indeed. We're going to be discussing food
Return.
safety. Because you are what you eat, and I don't want you to be salmonella. Not at all. Go ahead.
Can't get that. I can't get that. I have no.
You don't have any
I don't know
organs.
where that doesn't affect bone.
I don't believe it affects bone.
Well,
Next
y'all
slide,
are
please.
screwed. Yep.
But what is food safety? What does this concept mean? Well, the USDA defines food safety as the conditions and practices that preserve the quality of food to prevent contamination and foodborne illness, as you'll see on the screen. One more time.
Hold on. I apologize. I went deaf for a moment. Hold on. God.
Well, you don't
gotta
have
work
ears
this
either.
area.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't even have ears.
Ear holes.
Don't judge me.
How do you have
I have
eyebrows with no
earholes.
ears?
I have
Sure,
ear
he hears
holes.
through the holes.
Thank you for the follow, Sassy. Thank you for joining my classroom.
Right. Moving forward.
Moving forward. That is what the USDA defines food safety as. But why is this so important? Go ahead. Why is this so important? Well, the CDC says that about 1 in 6 people will get sick every year with some form of foodborne illness. Now, we're going to discuss some of the very basics. This isn't to teach you recipes or what to buy. That's Nello's job. But to discuss proper preparation, some storage, to prevent foodborne illness, to keep yourself and the people you love safe. We're just going to be cooking meat, so we'll talk primarily about meat. Perhaps if we have time, we'll get to some other foods. But again, I do want to make it clear for my class, we are going to be discussing meat. If this topic is something that you find uncomfortable, I understand. You should only watch and participate up to your capacity. But we're going to talk about it, though, because it is very important. Why? Because about 50 million people, that's what 1 in 6 in the U.S. says, 50 million people will get sick with some kind of foodborne illness every year. That is about the entire population of Canada. And that's just the U.S. Imagine the whole world. Go ahead.
So one of us will get a foodborne illness.
Yes, of the 6 of us here, 1 of us will get sick this year with some kind of food poisoning.
Well, with
Fuji?
how much the chef is looking,
hey,
tonight, I
hey.
think it might be him.
Don't call me out. You leave me alone.
I mean, I'm good. I can't.
I'm good.
I'm not sure if I'm good anymore, chat. But I'm relying on my chef back there to make sure that everything is up to standard so that we make sure none of my employees or customers get sick from the lack of cooking that he does back there. I'm pretty sure you do. I mean, I hope you do.
Wait, I have a question. How could you
Uh-huh.
get sick? You don't have a stomach.
Yep. I don't know how you eat, but
Yeah.
maybe that's a question for God. I don't know.
How do you even digest?
All I'm gonna say is that he probably has a body somewhere else.
Like a
Listen,
Dillahan. You
Dillahan.
can't see the
Dillahan.
body. You just can't comprehend. You
Are you
you just lack the you
Are you
lack the
sure it
insight.
doesn't disappear to a void? That's your whole thing, right?
Yes. I
Oh,
am
how
the
could you-
ruler. I'm the ruler of limbo. I decide who goes where.
So technically, we're safe because it's 1 in 5. It's not 1 in 6.
Yeah, there are only 5 people here. There's 5 people and 1 creature of indeterminate origin.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
I don't count as a person.
I mean,
What the- no,
you've said so.
They're
You've said as
clearly
much.
talking about me.
Ah,
Moving
I'm not
on.
having food though.
yeah, I mean, imagine how dangerous that would be for you if you were to get infected with some kind of bacteria.
Oh my god.
Your whole body is food.
I
Oh.
would spoil, or worse,
great.
Yeah.
I could poison someone.
You just
You
start
are a
seeing
weapon.
their hair go like purple and everything because they start becoming poisonous. Or just a new purple flavor.
Oh yeah.
Boysenberry flavored
Poison.
Boys and vanilla.
Yummy,
Oh.
but not really.
It isn't just about, minor illness like when you get sick from food poisoning and you're throwing up and all that. It is pretty serious. Go ahead. You'll get the hang of it. That's 50 million, more than the population of Canada. In the house. Go ahead. It is more than a Pepto-Bismol problem, like the screen says, because every year of those 50 million, they're not just people who get sick at home. It is 125,000 that will be so sick they'll need to go to the hospital. That is greater than the entire capacity of the stadium at the University of Michigan, which sucks and I hate them, but that's just because I'm a Badger. Much more seriously, though, Badgers can get sick. We do have great resistance to poisons and toxins. Cobras can bite us, and we'll just shake it off. Honey badgers don't care.
Absolute badasses. Yet, like, you guys really have no care in the world. Like, you guys could literally get hit with anything, and you just get fueled by rage.
Yep, I just get angry. Trust me, the students will tell you.
Oh no!
I love it.
Have you ever get mad
That's
at a
awesome.
student before?
Yes, but I have to restrain myself because there are laws, unfortunately. Yeah.
You enforce some laws.
I do have to enforce some laws. It's true. I do my
Chad,
best.
we're not all safe.
I don't know about you. I feel safe.
You should be
We're
safe.
safe.
I mean, I have
I-
military
I have
experience.
no
It's not like
natural
anybody's going to
immunity.
do anything to us. We're safe.
I'm good. I'm good with everybody.
Nice.
I just
Much,
can't die.
much more seriously, though, speaking of die, up to 5,000 people every year will die in the U.S. from some kind of foodborne contamination. That is more than the entire capacity of a major hockey stadium. Every single year in just the United States. So imagine adding Canada, the UK, Europe, if you care about them. But yes, that is quite a lot of people who will actually die because simply food was not prepared correctly. That is how serious this is. Food should be, fun, enjoyment, friends, not dying.
Food should not mean death. Food should
No.
not mean me.
No,
Is that
you
what
don't want to
happened
go
to me?
see the limbo. So because we're talking primarily about meat, we'll focus on that topic because that is one of the more dangerous things. Maybe we would talk about raw milk, but that's a hot topic and don't drink raw milk. Go ahead.
No, raw milk, like
Raw milk.
straight up from the cow. Raw milk.
Straight up from a cow. A lot of people are drinking that now. A lot of people think it's very healthy and safe. It's not. We invented pasteurization for a reason. A lot of people have actually started saying of the raw milk aficionados, it's, well, you don't want to get rid of all the nutrients, blah, 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 blah. Raw milk is safe as long as you boil it first. They don't really understand that that's basically what pasteurization is, heating it up really quickly and cooling it down. But don't drink raw milk. Don't fall for that fad. It's not actually healthier. You're not losing nutrients by pasteurizing it. You're just making it safe to consume. You don't want to make your ice cream out of raw milk. It will become poison vanilla, whatever we were talking about earlier.
Boysenberry,
You don't.
vanilla.
It's also just
Boysenberry
weird
ice cream.
to drink the milk straight from the cow. Those are not the titties you want to be sucking on. Ugh.
I know quite a bit of people who would say otherwise. They don't care. They see a.
That is not the kind of cow. There are
Titties
cow
titties, I
people.
guess.
Can I piggyback off of Mr. Aegis? Do not drink actual glacier water. That's
No.
millions of years old.
Ew.
All the unknown bacteria in that stuff, it will
Yep.
kill you. It will kill you.
A 5
Don't do
million
it.
year old parasite that there's no cure
Yeah.
for.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get brainworms like RFK Jr.
I know it's tempting because it's extremely cold, but there's a lot of things living in that water that we have no idea. So don't do that.
Delicious Jurassic insects.
Don't be ludicrous. Ludicrous
Exactly.
for that.
I remember
He
that.
was literally ludicrous for that.
Yeah, so we're going to focus on meat primarily because that's what we'll be cooking today, from my understanding.
Yes, we are going to be making a very healthy turkey burger today. Since we are going about food safety and health, I thought it would be a nice idea. Excuse me, Shane. We're talking about food safety. And
What are
you're
you
trying to
talking
mess
about?
with a knife.
Blood contaminants? No way.
Yeah, look,
No,
look at what we're doing. We're just piling up
It was
the
a
list.
turkey. I don't know what you were talking about. It was a turkey.
Your
I don't
arm
know-
is turkey?
Don't worry about it. Like I said, a lot happened the past month.
All is lost.
Yeah, if you're some kind of vampire bat, blood is fine, but most of us are human. I mean, I'm not. There's also a ice cream person and a water person and a rabbit person. I guess there is actually only one human here, but that's besides the point.
Am
You
I
are the
actually
only
human?
human. You're the only human, Shane.
That's what you think. Anyway,
Yeah, so the first part, the first stage
uh,
to cooking meat is, acquiring the meat. So let's first talk about buying meat. When you go to the store, what to look for. When you're buying beef, you want to look for bright red. You don't want to see that grayish discoloration where it's been sitting out too long. It's been sitting out outside of the refrigerated section for too long. Once it's been exposed to warmth, that is when the bacteria and viruses will have the opportunity to grow. When it comes to pork, you want to make sure that it is nice and pink. You can click one ahead. You'll be able to see some pictures. There we go. You don't want that pork on the top right there that's been discolored. It looks like a darker reddish. You want that nice bright pink pork. Pork especially can be very dangerous if not cooked properly, if not bought properly. It is much more susceptible to parasites. For chicken, you want to make sure that it also has that very light, bright pink color, almost a whitish pink. Once you see it start to get dull, it also starts to get a little bit soft. Chicken also can be very dangerous if not cooked properly. You can eat beef tartare if prepared correctly, but don't ever eat raw chicken or undercooked chicken. Very dangerous. Make sure that the package that you're buying it from is completely sealed, that there are no holes, that there are no gaps in the packaging. It hasn't been exposed to the air. Make sure that it is sealed and airtight. I don't know what's happening in the background. I think in addition to OSHA, all those other people, we might need to get the police involved. Anyway, also make sure that you're checking the expiration date, obviously.
Yeah. Sorry. He called me a chicken. I saw that as discrimination, harassment. I had to confront him from the source, and he just decided to think that knives were going to hurt me. It just didn't. It just made me angrier, and everything's fine. Everything's fine.
oh, so you're saying use the wand? Got it.
Sure.
Got that.
You
Wand
have
next
a
time.
well put together establishment here, my friend.
It is.
Yeah.
I can't get hurt. I can't get hurt by mortal things.
Can't
So
imagine
if,
why you needed this course.
I bet you can get hurt by mortal words, though.
Sounds like
Yeah,
a lot
he's
of
always
fun.
telling me I'm
They
a
break my
gator man.
bones.
But
Keeps
that's
calling
all
me
you
a gator
have.
man, all because I'm from Florida.
All you have are the
Just
bones.
one. Just one. My noggin.
Anyway, once you've acquired your meat, once you've handled your meat, you want to cook it properly, right? What temperature do you need to get it up to? Well, beef, probably the most common thing you might be cooking. You want to make sure that it... Oh, go ahead. It's a little bit out of order.
There
At least 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 71 degrees Celsius if you are one of those people. And that's for ground meat. Any kind of ground up
Those people.
meat. Yeah, you know, those people,
It's
the people who
those people.
use more rational measurements.
Oh,
That's for ground meats,
Celsius.
Oh.
like ground chuck. For steaks and roast, they don't need to be cooked as high. It's 145 degrees Fahrenheit or 63 Celsius. For a steak or a beef roast, I will be making myself a nice brisket tomorrow. Yum, yum.
Very good.
Brisket, cabbage,
Very
carrots. Pork, like I said, very important. You get it up to at least 160 if it's ground pork. Same temperatures as for beef. And that's, again, ground meat, ground pork or chopped or pork loin, pork ribs, anything like that. Poultry, though, doesn't matter what kind. Poultry, you want to make sure you're getting it up to at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Again, those bacteria and viruses, they can thrive in poultry meat, fowl if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing about pork and chicken is that unlike beef, you can't judge how properly they're cooked by color. With beef, you can look at a steak and say, well, that's medium. It's got a little bit of pink left in there. You can say that it's nice and brown inside, it's well done, and then throw it out. But you can't really tell by look your poultry. You need to use a thermometer. You need to be able to check exactly what that temperature is. Go ahead. Yep. Use that meat thermometer. Make sure that your pork and chicken, turkey, quail, I guess if you're going to eat some other kind of meat, harpy eagles, other endangered birds, make sure that they are at least up to that 165 degrees Fahrenheit. There are many different kinds of thermometers you can use. Any one will work, whatever's most convenient for you. I like to use the digital thermometers. You just stick it in and it gives you the instant reading on what the temperature is. You want to go old school and use those dial thermometers, that's great. I don't know if I really trust the radar gun type ones. I need the probe to be in the meat.
Yeah, I
That only
use
leaves the
for,
surface, right?
Yeah, you need to.
I only use those for like water temperatures.
Yes.
Like
You need to make sure that you're getting the temperature of the inner core of that meat where it's thickest. Yeah, you can get a cheap thermometer. Go ahead.
I have a confession to make.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use a thermometer for my meat, especially my chicken.
You don't.
How dare you?
Oh, geez.
I'm just ice cream. So
You don't probe your
what?
meat?
What I do is,
Wait, you can't be around
I have
heat.
people make meat for me. Yeah, I
you
can't be around the heat.
Okay. Well, as long as they're making sure it's safe for you, then I'm not concerned. But I was kind of concerned there for you for a second.
What's wrong with eyeballing it? Am I gonna get sick?
Yeah,
Possibly. I mean, you're
what
putting
it is.
undercooked
These are
meat inside a
totally-
dairy product.
Life's a gamble.
Yeesh.
Life's a gamble. I'm taking risk every day.
It's a good thing you have other people cooking for you then.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
people are gambling your life if they are not using a thermometer.
Exactly.
Mhm.
If they didn't like me, they sure could get rid of me, right?
But you're still
And
here.
not checking the meat.
Well, now you have to think
temperature.
about
I'm
that.
still here.
Yeah,
Are they-
Exactly. I need to be.
Are they
I
plotting against
need
you?
to be assessing, who I hire a little bit better.
But now you're hired by me, though. So,
Exactly.
exactly.
You're not cooking though.
Please tell me you're handling our dairy products correctly.
Yo, wait a minute. Yes, you know what? Maybe you should. See, this is why I hired the chef. He helps me with coordination, as all chefs should be.
Yeah.
All
We
chefs
can talk about dairy
coordinated.
too if you want.
Is Nilly our ice cream machine? Is that what you're representing?
Is it like a Princess Bubblegum
Really?
situation where you take a chunk off
So
and
far,
it
so
grows
good.
back? Like we just take a scoop of her
Yes.
and it grows back?
All right,
Okay.
cool. I trust you. You're not
Absolutely.
McDonald's. Let's go. Our ice cream machine is not broken.
The reason why the ice cream machines are
Yep.
broken is because
It's not broken.
there.
The ice cream machines at
Millions
McDonald's
You know what?
are generally not broken. They're just
Yeah, that's
need to be
true.
They
cleaned.
just don't.
Cleaning it.
They need to be
Right.
cleaned, and they have to be cleaned by the company that makes them because they signed a special contract. So McDonald's has to pay a lot of money to have their
Right.
repair crew come out and clean it. They actually just passed a law that ends that requirement. McDonald's can start to clean their own ice cream machines now.
That's
So
good.
yeah, if you're not interested in political stuff, that's one thing, but it does affect your restaurant
just want-
experience.
I just want my Shamrock Shake. I don't want to drive to 5 other McDonald's. Just want my
No.
Shamrock Shake.
And it's like they all coordinate too. It's like
Yeah.
they coordinate to all shut down. It's like wait.
Yeah, that's true
They're going
because
up
they
there,
want
they're going up there.
they want the repair person to be able to go to all of them at once, so they don't have to pay to have them come out each time. It's ridiculous. But also,
Okay,
don't
like
drink
a
the
little timer for it to stop.
don't drink the soda at a restaurant. At a the soda machines. Those are disgusting. Those are absolutely gross
Yeah,
inside.
Those have to be, yeah. I've cleaned one, and it's absolutely disgusting. If they are not
Same.
cleaned properly.
Little fountain soda machines, yeah, those can be really gross
Yeah.
inside.
I will say that I used to work at Wendy's, and over at the Wendy's I worked at, they had us cleaning the filters and everything of that soda machine like once or twice every day. So at least I know Wendy's are usually good, but like a lot of other ones, they do not care.
Nope. Yeah, I see someone mentioning the overnight restaurants, like 24-hour McDonald's. There's no way those stoners working at 3 a.m. at McDonald's are cleaning the soda machine.
No, no.
Wendy's, huh? You like Wendy's?
I like Wendy's.
You like
Baconator.
you like Wendy's nuts in your mouth?
I knew that was coming.
This is not what I paid you for.
Hey, it's a little extra, you know.
I am an independent health contractor. You've already signed the contract. Anyway, so we have one more type of meat to talk about. If anyone knows the missing type of meat we haven't mentioned yet,
Oh, fish.
it's fish. It's fish. The other white meat. Oh wait, that's pork. So what do we look for when we're buying fish? If we're buying whole fish,
Fishy.
fishy, you want to make sure that the eyes are clear and shiny. They don't have a film over them. They should be fresh enough
They've
that
been
the
dead
eyes
for
have
too
not
long.
been. Yes, they have been dead for too long. If those eyes start getting a cloudy film over them, one more click. It should be firm. It shouldn't actually have that really strong vinegary fishy smell. It should still be shiny, and they should still be nice and moist. They should be kept moist. Moist. If you're buying
Everybody's
fillets,
favorite.
Ooh.
Moist.
that makes me moist. If you're buying fillets, like you see on the right there, make sure that there's no discoloration. Again, there shouldn't be any darkening. It shouldn't start to get brownish. It should be nice and pink or white, depending on the type of fish that you're buying. If it's white fish, if it's salmon, make sure that it's still nice and pink. If you're buying frozen fish, fantastic, great, inexpensive option. Make sure that it is solid, that there isn't any thawing that's happened yet, and there shouldn't be any ice crystals in there. If you see ice crystals, it means that it has started to melt and then refrozen, which means that it's gotten warm enough that the ice has started to melt. So that might be dangerous. And make sure that those packages are still nice and sealed up.
Yep.
When cooking it, it's similar to beef in terms of the temperature. Make sure that you get at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit to 63 Celsius. The fish should be nice and opaque. It shouldn't be transparent. Might not have been cooked enough if it isn't. And it should separate nice and easily. You should just be able to take a fork and it should kind of melt. That's how it should taste too. Really melty and soft. That's good
Yes.
fish.
Have a nice,
And
good,
it was just Lent, so perfectly
have
timed.
a nice good trout. Good
Nice
salmon.
trout, maybe some haddock.
Have you ever had a halibut?
Have had a halibut. I've had a halibut good time here so far.
Aww.
This guy.
This fucking guy.
That's why my students love me so much.
This is
There's-
not what I
So
paid you
nice.
for.
I think the most important thing is coming up right now. The most important thing, and it's something that I harp on all the time. In fact, I mention it every time I go to a break in my own streams. The most important thing to remember. What do you think would reduce illness by up to 50%? Would prevent up to 30% of diarrhea-related illness, up to 20% of colds and flus, and the World Health Organization says would reduce global reliance on antibiotics by up to a third. What is the one thing you could do?
Hands?
Washing
Washing
your
your hands.
damn hands, you dirty, filthy,
Yeah.
disgusting creatures.
Be
That's
clean.
right.
Stop
That's
being
right,
stinky.
baby.
Don't be
Like
stinky.
this
Yes, hands.
I want you to
There's a
guess.
reason why I don't let him touch the food.
No,
He's stinky.
I
It's hard to wash
replace
bones.
My hands these shadow hands are generated every single time I summon them. Boom, no hands. Boom, new pair. I don't even have to wash. That's evolution.
Why did you just say
That's
that?
my point. That's my
No.
point.
You just said
That's
I
my
don't have to
point.
wash. I'm not coming to your restaurant. You can at least
No,
give
I-
me-
I don't let him touch it. I don't let him touch it. I do it. I wash my hands. I'm very clean. Been doing this
Good,
long
good.
enough.
That's why I hired the chef. That's why I hired him.
I have a question for the students in the class right now. Seatbelts, everyone. Marcus the Red Panda is giving us a raid. Thank you for bringing your class on a field trip to mine. We're in the middle of a nice health and wellness class on food safety because we're with this this chef and this strange restaurant proprietor. I don't know if I trust this place, so I'm giving it a little bit of a health audit. Some of you do know the answer to this question, but I want the students to answer it. How many people do you think don't wash their hands after they use the restroom? What is the percentage of people who do not wash their hands after using the restroom?
60?
This is gonna be
75%.
scary.
60%.
75.
I see the chef back there.
Aw.
It
They
is
answered it in chat.
80.
it is 1 in 3. 1 in 3 people, which means there's probably 2 in here that do not wash their hands after they use the restroom. And we already know one of them who's already admitted it.
No, I did not. I said
Yes, you did.
You admitted I don't watch.
Listen,
I replay.
I take food very seriously.
Wash your
I go
heckin'
to
paws,
the
class.
bathroom, I wash my hands. I do
Dang,
everything.
bro.
I crack an egg. I wash my hands. I touch meat. I wash my hands.
Here,
I
Nello,
touch
take some
fish,
hand sanitizer.
everything.
If
I
y'all
wash
thought that was
my
kind
hands.
of
Take
disgusting,
the hand sanitizer.
I have another unfortunate statistic for you.
Oh no.
Of those of those 2 and 3, the 2 and 3 who do wash their hands, very good. How many of them do you think? Oh, go back to the last screen. Don't get ahead of me, buddy.
All right.
Of those 2 and 3 who do wash their hands, how many of them do you think wash their hands with soap?
50%.
It is about half.
Probably- yeah.
Honey,
Of those, of all the people who do wash their hands after they use the restroom, how many of them use soap and also wash for the recommended CDC amount of at least 20 seconds?
I do.
Like 20% of them, maybe.
Like 30%.
Jeopardy music in the background here. Do, 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 do.
30%.
That's not a lot of them. Yeah.
It is about 10%.
Oh my.
Only about
Oh.
1 in 10 people will wash their hands after they use the restroom with soap for at least 20 seconds. I need you to understand how disgustipating that is. It's absolutely filthy.
That's nasty.
The bathroom is a disgusting place. Yes,
I
your
did not
keyboard
know
might be
about
grosser.
Like a loose garden hose. And honey, listen, honey, I could explain.
No, they
Listen
can't.
about the turkey being left out. I had everything food prepped. I did not leave it out for that long. I did not leave it out for that long because I have to set up stuff. I have
Tell
to
me where
set
they are and I start blasting.
I mean, you have a refrigerator. You can just leave it in there, you know?
I understand.
Yeah, that's pretty gross, right? And that's after washing, that's after using the restroom. That's after, bathroom stuff. So
Yeah.
imagine how many of them aren't washing their hands after, other important things. So wash your hands. I tell people this all the time.
No cross.
And how we wash our hands properly. You wet your hands, of course.
Yep.
Soap them up, lather them up, nice and good.
And
Rub vigorously for 20 seconds at least. Rinse completely. Make sure that you're drying, either air drying or using a clean towel. That's best. I don't like the blowers. There is some
I don't either.
research that the blowers are not actually all that good.
Yeah.
They may not be effective. They may
Mm.
spread germs and disease rather than prevent them. And if you, thank you, Evertrua. If you bear with me for just a second, I actually have a quick little video to demonstrate because it is very important that you do this correctly. And are we already spilling things back there? You know what would happen if you were in the military and you dropped your food stuff?
Oh no.
Every single person in the mess hall would stand up and start clapping to draw attention to you, so you would be incredibly embarrassed. Yeah.
Ooh.
What is happening back there?
I don't know what's going on.
Also,
Don't-
that is
don't
A
worry about it.
quacking or something?
Ow.
Don't worry. Just
What
fresh
is
meat that's
happening?
not dead yet.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. So we do serve our meat fresh. We do. We make sure that it serves up to the FDA standards. If it was once live, all one person, Shane, handles that. He is part butcher, part cleanser, and part cook. He does all of that.
So I sent you, Mr. Restaurant Proprietor, a little video, about 60 seconds. If you could put that up on the screen for me, because I want everyone to wash their hands properly. And while you're doing that, I want to mention it is an incredible privilege to be able to wash your hands. To have clean, fresh, running water anytime you want. Anytime you walk 5 feet to the bathroom from the kitchen or from your dining room, it's all it takes. Take the 60 seconds to walk in there, turn on the tap, because I think it is about 65% of the world population does not have consistent, regular access to fresh running water. It is an enormous privilege. And the fact that you can prevent 50% of your potential illnesses just by taking that 60 seconds out of your time is an enormous benefit. We have society today. We live in a society, unfortunately, but that society does allow us the privilege of being able to wash our hands anytime we feel like. We get sick far less than other societies who don't have that privilege, who don't have that luxury, and we take it for granted. We don't use it. It's very sad that we have that luxury. Clean, fresh running water. We have a nice, clean, fresh running water example here, Fuji water. Very important. Go ahead and play this little example to show you exactly how you should be washing your hands properly. Yes, there's a little glaceon
Nice
in there.
glaceon. I love it.
Wetting
Up
the
to the
hands,
wrist.
getting them in. Yep, turning the water off. Getting a nice lather going on the entire hand, the palms, then the back of the hand, in between the fingers,
Between the fingers. Yes.
in between both sets of fingers, front and back. Then the thumbs, give them a nice stroking.
I need to censor that.
Then into the nails, grind the nails into your palm, get that soap everywhere in there.
Yeah, all in the nooks and crannies.
Or you can have a nail brush.
A nail brush is a good idea too. Rinse thoroughly, get all the soap off. And I use a clean towel.
Can I pause this real quick?
Yeah.
This portion, does anybody do that? Does anybody, after they're done,
Flick the
splash
water
the
off?
excess water, or does any one of you are guilty of taking your drenched hands, dripping everywhere, over to the
Paper
towel dispenser? Does
No.
anybody do that?
I do. I do the flick.
Gotta do the
I
flick.
do the flick too.
All right, honey. Good,
Same.
good. I'm proud of all of you. Proud of all of you, because I've seen so many people like, all right, I'm done, and then they just leave a trail dripping all over
Like
to
a wet
the
dog.
dispenser. Yes, and I'm like, what are you doing? Shake that shit off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Just like what I just did.
Yes.
Exactly. Good job. You did the whole body. You did the whole body, though. It's a little excessive, but you got this.
I'm fat and I need to do extra things to lose weight.
You know what? I relate.
Motherless behavior to not shake off. Yeah. So we've talked about how to buy proper meat, how to cook it, washing your hands. Now, when should you wash your hands? All the time.
All
the time.
Zara, thank
Wash
you.
it.
Oh, you're a bonehead for doing so.
Wash your hands after you touch meat. Right. Yep. Before and after you start cooking. Anytime you've touched uncooked meat. Anytime you've touched any waste product. If you're using gloves when you cook, that's great. Make sure you wash your hands before and after you use the gloves. Once you start cleaning, make sure that you're washing your hands afterwards. You don't want that Lysol to stick around on your hands. And anytime you sneeze, cough, or blow your nose, and please, for the love of God, cover your mouth when you sneeze, cough, or blow your nose.
Sneeze in your shirt. cover your mouth. Into
Do the
your
Count
arm.
Dracula, do the dab, whatever method you want.
The Count Dracula. I like
Yeah,
that.
man.
I like that.
You see what I'm doing here, Chad?
I
Yeah.
will add,
Yes.
If
Hit
you
the
gotta do a
vampire
little-
dab.
Off.
If you
I
gotta
will
do
add-
like a JoJo's pose,
Off.
just do it.
I will add one thing to the washing of hands. It's different when you work at a restaurant because you have to wash up to your forearm.
Yes.
I literally
Yeah.
was put into a situation where the health inspector came and they were like, they're going to be watching you today. So I'm like, okay, good thing I remember everything. They're like literally right next to me, looking at me washing my hands. I'm like,
Yep.
up to the forearm, and then I just see him nod like, good, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness I remember that. So yeah, in a restaurant, it's
Yep.
not just your hands; it's to the elbow if you can. That whole
Yes.
thing.
Yep. Because you are responsible for other people's safety as well as your own.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about washing our hands. There is something else that we need to make sure we're keeping nice and clean. And that is the utensils that you'll be using. The stuff you're going to be touching the food with that isn't your hands. Healthy hygiene is sexy, geeky girl. I completely agree. Never
Sexy.
use a safe utensil. Never use a utensil that has not yet touched uncooked meat to touch cooked meat. Keep those two things separate. Have separate tongs, have separate forks, separate ladles for uncooked foods and cooked foods. Never cross-contaminate those. Keep your surfaces separate from the uncooked and cooked foods. And pay special attention to your hair, to any facial hair, to any jewelry you're wearing. I have a watch, so I always take that off because you know that when the water gets under your watch, when you wash your hands, and then you got to take it off to dry your hands anyways. That's stupid. But yes, pay attention to your hair, beard, and jewelry. We do not want any Burger King foot lettuce, Radio Demon.
No,
I'm
not the
Burger
covered in
King
hair.
foot lettuce.
You never watch your Burger
I'm covered in hair. What am I supposed to do?
Ooh, that's you know what?
So you should.
You and a badger. You
Yeah.
guys are the most hair in this place, and so
Yeah, so we'll wear the long sleeves and the gloves, so the bodies are covered, and a hairnet, and then it's just really the face.
Yeah.
You can wear a beard net. They have beard hair nets.
yes, I've seen that actually.
Yeah, those are
If you
actually
have-
really cool.
Uh-oh.
Nice, thick, luxurious beard. Of course, you can also wear a mask. My model stopped moving around.
It's okay. You can
I'll keep going.
telepathically give this knowledge into our brains.
Yes.
Well,
Anyway.
well, the four of us that have it, I have none.
Oh yeah, that's the video thing.
Oh, you're okay.
All right. Yes. So the next.
Disappeared real quick.
Yes. How dirty are the tongs that go from touching uncooked meat to cooked meat? Even just for a moment?
Mhm.
Look at that little petri dish. Yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Mhm.
Delicious,
Good.
Yummy.
delicious fungus.
Delicious bacterium, fungi, parasites. We love it. I should be back now.
Let me go on a.
Yeah, I just need to get you the new link, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Every time it just goes on to a new thing.
There we go.
All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Wow.
Aw.
And
Wabam. There we are.
aha!
Ha! I did it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was totally all you, Shane. It was
So
totally all
we've-
you.
Kept our hands clean. We are keeping our utensils clean. What next? What should we do next? We're going to talk about the danger zone. The cooking danger zone. When you're cooking foods, you're cooking them to, at least that 145 degrees Fahrenheit,
Mm-hmm.
60 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing frozen foods, chilled foods, you're keeping them at 5 degrees Celsius or below, that below freezing temperature. The danger zone is anything in between that. That is where bacteria, parasites, viruses, they thrive. If you've cooked something and you're cooling it down, you're letting it cool. You don't want to let it cool down into the danger zone between 40 Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. You should keep it until you're ready to eat it in that red area above that temperature. Or immediately freeze it or put it in the refrigerator. I know people who will cook something and then they'll keep the leftovers out on the counter till the next meal or till tomorrow, keeping that cold pizza out there. That's pretty risky. That is the danger zone. You'll hear about that in restaurants all the time. You'll hear about that in food service. Keep your stuff out of the danger zone. Once it's cooked, if you're not going to eat it, if there's anything that's not finished, put it in the refrigerator immediately. Seal it up nice and tight in a Tupperware or with plastic wrap. Get it into the cold temperature right away. If you're cold holding something, that is a cold food that you're keeping cold, never let it get 2 hours or more outside of the cold area, that blue zone, above freezing. So if you're leaving something that's supposed to be chilled out on the counter, you know, you've got guests over or whatever, it's a cookout, never let anything chilled stay out in the warm temperatures for more than 2 hours. Get it back in the fridge. If people aren't eating it, if they don't like your food, put it back in the fridge.
Yeah, that was By the way, I'm gonna. If you're still watching, my love, thank you for putting the turkey back in the fridge. I thought I was gonna put it back in the. I thought it was chilled. I thought it was good, and I was like, all right, yep, it's gonna be good. But as a lovely food fanatic, I have went against my own food safety regulations and leaving it out for an hour. So I'm better than this. I'm better than this. I am. This may be a bad first impression.
Yeah, all evidence to the contrary.
I'm good with my food. I'm very good with my food. I take seriously.
Salt.
Get that Norton
I'm
salt
seeing the
out of
salt.
here. No. This isn't.
We're
isn't
past
fair.
salt now. We're already up to monosodium glutamate. We're up to MSG level salt. There's nothing wrong with MSG either, by the way.
Fuyo.
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 Oh.
Hiya.
I would get the Uncle Roger hiya.
Yeah, this
treatment.
restaurant,
Hiya. No.
not even the bar rescues guy can help.
He's got to put the leg down for you, Nello.
Not the
He's got to put the leg
bar
down.
rescue guy. This isn't even a bar. This is
Maybe
a
it
nice
should be.
restaurant
Maybe your
door.
customers need to be drunk for this. Or your employees, for that matter. Oh, yes. Thank you, Femme Fatale.
Guys.
We will drink a little water. Nice hydration. Speaking of water,
Yes.
yummy Fuji.
Yes. Drink water, guys. It's very important.
Fuji, thank you for putting yourself in this cup.
Mm. So is this also like the
I
ice
am
cream
not the
type of deal
water
where
I
it's like you
promote.
take a scoop out and it just regrows? We like drink from you and you just like regenerate it?
So the
Oh,
lore.
lore. We got lore.
Shut up and let me talk, you bird brain.
Dang.
I am not the water itself. What Fuji water represents is we go to the mountain of Fuji and get the water per se. That's the lore, but we always promote drinking certain pHs of water that are in the right zone for you.
That explains why the liquid earlier was red. Not
No,
sugar.
there is no. We only serve the purest, cleanest,
You mean
freshest, all
So
natural.
you mean
that
the
explains the blood flavor earlier.
the
So, like, do you
pH?
go through the same do you go against the whole glacier thing? You get it from a mountain, not from a glacier. Do you have to clean that water? I'm pretty sure you have to.
You're
You can't drink that
thinking
straight
like
up.
you're thinking I'm like melting the ice off the mountain, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Probably.
Yeah, I think that's what you're thinking. No, shush. See, you keep your head on your chef, okay? He's the crazy guy here. I see him back there.
So it's not like a Kool-Aid Man type of deal where
Yeah.
we don't really know if the Kool-Aid
That'd
Man
be
is the
kinda
jar or the liquid
I
inside.
apologize for trying to drink you earlier.
I'm a solid though.
I have ways.
Apparently
Well,
you're liquid.
We're
No,
not
I
really.
don't- I
We're
don't-
90% liquid.
I mean, that is true.
Exactly.
But I am
Oh.
more solid than everything. You know what I'm saying? Could
I
you
don't know
Well-
really?
about that.
You have to break me open to
I
drink.
don't know about that.
What you mean?
Yummy.
I mean, you're like ethereal. You're not even like the only solid part of you is the skull. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a
but not-
delicious
not-
marrow
I
inside?
with a straw earlier.
Could we break you open and
I-
drink the delicious marrow?
You. Well, you. If
Let's
you,
just
if
say
you-
we have really
listen,
good bone broth.
Listen, if,
Mm.
don't give away the recipe.
Hold up. Are you just
Your
dipping
Your
your
reaction
hand
gives it
in-
away.
You just
Your
dip
reaction's
hands in
giving it
raw?
away.
Is that what that is?
Listen, don't do.
Is that you just taking a bath?
I
at
just
that point?
said we had delicious bone
No,
broth. I
no,
didn't say
you're
that
not
you were
doing
the
this.
bone broth.
You are not.
You
doing
give
this.
it away with
You
your
are
reaction.
No, you are not gonna give me this.
So
You-
what
you
Geeky
just
Girl
give-
seems to be saying is that
Oh wait, no wait. I
they
gotta
may
remember.
have delicious bone broth,
What?
but there's no boner broth.
Ah, got him.
Oh god.
Avada Kedavra.
Girlfriend dressed up as a policewoman and told me I was
You
under
win this
arrest
round.
and
You're lucky I'm
she
paying you
was
for
put in
this.
bed
You're lucky I'm paying you
Damn.
for this. I give you my life savings.
due to a lack of evidence.
So wait, what
Wait, you had
about
more?
What about the rest of us?
That'll be later. I will pay you
Uh-huh.
later.
I
You're
don't
being paid
believe
for this, but I already
Mm.
paid this man.
Yeah, I've already
I
got
paid
my
him
money.
like-
So how are you going to pay us if your business flops?
What do you mean, my
Bankruptcy
business is
court.
gonna flop?
Seems
It's
like
gonna
not a lot
skyrocket
of
after
things up
this.
with the code, my friend.
It's gonna skyrocket after this. Are you kidding?
All right.
The restaurant's going to go
amazing.
All
under.
right, you guys heard him.
We're going to buy the dip and then flip this restaurant.
Don't worry. I can
We're
hold
gonna-
it down. I know.
We're going to
ways.
sell it to a private equity firm.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't know about the private equity that takes out all the restaurants?
Yeah.
No one told me this.
Oh yeah, that's why Red Lobster went under.
Yeah. You didn't hear about that?
So Russian Badger didn't buy all the stocks for it and then it revived itself.
Yeah. So a private investment firm bought it up. They bought up all the chain. Then they forced Red Lobster to start sourcing its seafood from a different company that they own that charges more. So they started basically siphoning off the profit from Red Lobster. They started doing the all-you-can-eat stuff all year round, not just when the stuff was in season. So they were like double dipping, taking all the profit from Red Lobster restaurants, using it to fund their other companies. Then they also sold the land that the properties were on, because Red Lobster previously had done a very smart thing, and they bought the land that their restaurants were on. They weren't leasing the buildings. They made them sell off those properties to another company that company owns, making them pay rent to their parent company.
Oh,
Which
wow.
all of this caused Red Lobster to go bankrupt, but not before this foreign private equity firm had extracted all of the value, and now they still own the brand, even though the restaurants are bankrupt, and they still own that land. So any other restaurants that come in there, they can charge them rent. And they took all of the liquid capital that the restaurants had. So Red Lobster goes bankrupt, and this company that owns shrimp farms and real estate things, they got all the money. All those employees are out of work, and this private company gets all the money. Yeah, so that a bunch of other stores are going under now. What was it? What was the name of that?
But it's
Or-
Lobster Fest.
Yeah, it is Lobster
It's
Fest.
Lobster Fest right now.
Yeah.
You would think they would make. Everyone was making fun of it, like, oh, they're going under because people are eating too much of the free food or the all-you-can-eat stuff. That wasn't it. They were actually profitable. They weren't very profitable, but they were making it. And yes, I'm a Badger geek girl. People think I'm a ferret sometimes. People think I'm a marmot. Yeah, fire. Just put it in the fire. You'll kill all the bacteria.
Yep. Easy.
Easy mode.
That's why you just poke.
Yeah,
poke,
geeky girl, you're not the first person to recognize that it does kind of look like my jowls are made of balls.
Oh
Oh, geeky.
no!
Geeky. Geeky, I keep telling you, you keep thinking everything's balls.
No!
You keep biting balls on everything. Gotta stop.
You cannot
can't help it.
harass my. You cannot
Kiki.
harass my food.
Geeky.
The food. The
Kiki.
Food Health Organization.
If it looks like balls, just leave it alone. Don't say
Exactly, you're making
anything.
him cry. You made my food guy cry.
Wow. Here, wait. Let me get some of those tears
extra
real
for the
quick.
emotional damage now. I'm gonna
Emotional
get sued.
damage.
I'm gonna get sued for
Emotional
emotional
damage.
damage.
Wait,
Well,
I think-
pH levels don't matter? Yes, they do. You want to eat battery acid? Are you kidding me?
Wait, battery acid? I used to
Yeah.
do that when I was a kid. I used to
Oh my
take the
God.
9-volt, put to
Oh, I put it
lick
on your
with
tongue?
the tongue. Yeah.
That
and
explains
then
so
I'd
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why? Is that what burned off all of your flesh?
Mm.
It gets more Dark Soulsy than that. My lore is Dark Souls as hell. There's so much. There's so much lore, but we're not talking about that. I think we're talking about
Yeah,
we're
we're
talking about food. How you
tarnished,
eat
all right.
burning flesh in your
Magnesium.
food?
Let's not talk about the food again.
I mean, you can cook
That's-
balls. Like, people eat bull testicles.
Technically,
I'm
yes. Don't try it though.
Yes, there are bull testicles that people eat. That is a delicacy.
Don't try it.
Yeah.
Don't try it.
That is a
Not worth it.
Filipino dish.
Yep. Have you ever had tongue?
Number 5.
Tongue is
Yeah,
fantastic.
Oxtail,
I've had
though.
tripe. I've had tripe,
Oh,
not
tongue.
tongue.
Oxtail's good.
Oxtail is good. Yep.
I have not tried oxtail, but I've tried alligator.
Alligator
yeah,
can be
that's
good too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are both good.
But I never recommend eating the balls.
No.
Do not eat balls. Do
Don't
not
I
eat
don't
balls.
know if you
I mean, this guy
people
does.
of culture,
But-
I do not have balls. I do not eat balls. I don't
Growing
have
up-
balls.
Cook them
I don't eat
properly
balls.
if we're gonna eat the balls. Not raw,
I've been subjugated
unless you know
Something-
certain situations. But cook things properly.
I don't like balls, honey. No, I don't.
He loves balls.
I don't know if anyone here has been raised in such an environment to have the dish called chitlins.
Chitlins.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard it. Shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Not a fun dish.
Maybe
No.
pickled pig's feet.
No.
I've had that. I've had that. It's not as bad as you think. It's okay. It just looks strange.
I am not the one that's beeping, Geeky. What are you talking about?
Speaking of putting
you
things in your
eating?
mouth that might make you sick.
Mhm.
Next slide, please.
Oh. Okay. Bam.
Last thing we'll talk about before we sort of get wrapped up here is making sure that you are safe in terms of allergens. Even if you don't have any food allergies, the people you're cooking for may have food allergies that you don't know about. It's important to ask. When I have a cookout or I ask people over, just ask. Anybody have any food allergies? Anything I should know about? They're very common. The most common, milk, eggs, soy, wheat, fish, shellfish. I'm allergic to certain types of shellfish, not very allergic, but if I eat too many shrimp, I will start to puff up a little bit, even though they're delicious.
Tree nut. Oh, I'm
Tree
sorry.
nuts, peanuts,
Ooh.
sesame can be another food allergy.
Oh,
Peanuts is a big one.
also another
Yeah,
thing. If you ask and they don't tell you, and something happens, and you find out that they've known, not on you, and if they try gaslighting and making you feel bad, shame on them.
Yes, that is the whole part of cooking. To enjoy your food and not have an allergic reaction to where you have to use an EpiPen to enjoy your food after. You do not. That is a shady business. You do
Yep.
not want that kind of restaurant. Luckily I've not seen a restaurant like that so far, but there are them out there. There's
Yep.
a lot out there, more than you think.
Keep your utensils and surfaces clean, like we talked about. If you are going to cook anything that does have potential allergens and you know someone's going to be around that is allergic to those things, keep those things separate. Make sure that you are cooking those things separate and making sure that the foods never touch. Wash your hands even more often than you normally would. Get all that stuff off. Now-
I'll just say a famous quote real quick from that Pudgy reminded me of. Just like Uncle Roger says, if you're allergic to dairy or nuts, you weak. Get better.
You weak.
Kidding. Kidding.
Oh, I remember. I love Uncle Roger.
So what happens if you do get sick? What happens if someone screws up in this restaurant and gets us sick with foodborne illness because they did not cook the turkey properly? Well, generally, You'll start to feel that.
Whoa! Turkey. It sounding a little bit of assumptions that you think I may cook this turkey wrong, which I know I'm very thorough in cooking. Which you will be able. Hold on, you will be able to see me cook this because shortly before the show ends, we do a segment to where I will cook on stream of the burger that we will do. It will be a turkey burger with a portobello bun and
Nice.
lettuce, garlic aioli, and
mushroom.
onions and tomatoes and lettuce.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not actually worried that you'll undercook it. I'm looking at you right now, and I'm worried that it'll be overcooked because it looks like you have completely burned all of the flesh off of your form.
Don't worry about it.
Are you calling me? Whoa! Are you calling me a turkey? Are you calling me a turkey?
Cheese on that sandwich? On that
No,
burger?
your beak is much larger than a turkey. I'm thinking maybe you were eating crow, or someone was eating crow.
Yes, there we go. Yes, he's got it right. I am a crow. I'm a crow. Hoarded. Yes.
You mean you
I
were
go-
crow?
You were.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta grab some stuff real
not
quick.
a crow. I was formed and taken over by another mysterious being, and here I am.
So you're an amalgamation that
Yes.
looks
Homunculus.
Yes.
crow-ish.
Bizarre. Anyway, yeah. So if you do get sick,
We're born.
it generally starts within 2 to 6 hours after eating whatever contaminated food you ate, be it turkey or crow. And it may last up to 2 or 3 days. If it is a minor foodborne illness, you'll probably just have some nausea, be throwing up, get sick with diarrhea, cramps, maybe get a fever. That sucks, but generally you do get over it. However, there are some things to help out. You can do the brat diet, or the brat diet, I guess is the thing now.
Thank you for the follow. Hope you are a bonehead for doing so. Thank you for joining in. You're going to be learning a lot about food-borne illnesses and how to prevent them. But right now, if you've been watching through, you're gonna witness on what happens because probably every one of you has experienced this before.
Yep, we've probably all had it at least once. The brat diet can help, which is eating bananas, rice, applesauce, and or toast, lighter foods that have still a good amount of nutrients and you still calorie dense enough that you are getting enough calories to keep yourself going so that your immune system has the energy it needs to fight off the uncooked turkey. Bananas, rice, applesauce, toast. Brat, remember that. For hydration, you do need to get your liquids because it can be hard to keep liquids down when you are sick like that. And you know, you've got the liquid poop coming out of your rear end because of the diarrhea.
Yeah.
Hydration, if you do need more than water, good thing to have some broth, some diluted juice.
Bone broth.
Teas are very good. Sports drinks, Pedialyte, very good options. One more. Click. Pedialyte and yeah, there is a Pedialyte made by Gatorade type of thing. You want to avoid dairy. You want to avoid our little friend here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Milk
Do
can
not
aggravate
eat.
foodborne illness. Fried foods and spicy foods will upset your stomach further. Do want to avoid sugary foods. Caffeine will not help. If you're feeling tired from this illness, caffeine is not going to help you. Alcohol will make it worse. It will not make you feel better. You might forget about the illness for a little while, but it will be worse. However, it can be serious, and we do need to be serious for a second. You can get a serious foodborne illness. So what should you do? Well, you need to identify it first. If you have a fever that is at 102 degrees Fahrenheit, 39 Celsius or above, that is a serious foodborne illness. That is something you're going to need to probably go to a clinic to see about and get some help. It's not going to be something you're just going to be able to get over. If you notice any blood in your waist at all, that is a very serious sign that the things going on in your digestive system are not what they should be, and your immune system is not taking care of it. If that diarrhea lasts for 2 days or more, you're going to want to go in. If you can't keep liquids down, if you cannot stay hydrated, that is a very dangerous situation, especially in conjunction with that fever. If you find that the pain is in a severe category, if you start feeling tingling, if you're having trouble seeing, or you can't urinate, again, very serious, you want to go in either to the emergency room or to urgent care. How you decide those things may depend on your access to healthcare, unfortunately, but there is a guide up here that will come up on the screen to kind of help you figure that out. If you have chest pain, you go to the emergency room. If you feel shortness of breath, go to the emergency room. Chest pain, trouble breathing, those are potentially life-threatening emergencies. If you or the person that you are monitoring who is sick goes unconscious, go to the emergency room. If it is related to an allergy, if they have a severe allergic reaction, again, that is the emergency room. Urgent care, more if it is the symptoms to the left that you see there, but they are not so severe that the person is feeling chest pain, shortness of breath, stroke symptoms, unconscious. But you do still need to go in and get seen because you don't know how serious it may be. It may feel like it's just something minor, but you don't know what's going on in your brain. You don't know what's going on in your guts. Something might be serious. The problem right now is that there are a lot of recalls happening. There is a lot of salmonella going around. There are a lot of contaminated foods out there. And unfortunately, food regulations are being stripped down. So you'll need to be careful. This is important information to make sure that you and the people you care about don't get sick.
Mm-hmm. And our chef missed all of that. Damn shame.
I did not have any confidence in that anyway.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Ikigo, yeah, exactly.
He's got some buns. He's got
It
some
could
buns. He's restocked on buns.
aggravate certain organs, the gallbladder, the spleen, the kidneys, which filter the blood in your system. Very important to get yourself to the hospital like that, yes. And be insistent. Be insistent on your healthcare. Don't let them sort of push you around or push you out the door because they're busy. Make sure that they are taking care of your needs.
Push that shit.
Be your own advocate.
That's exactly. You know what's wrong. Sell that shit. You know what's wrong. Push him. Because if they don't know, someone knows. Someone always knows. It's the same thing with IT. If I don't know, someone else does. That it's most important.
That is all of the specific content that I had. I generally, when I give this lesson to my real life class or to my stream class, I will also talk about proper handling of produce, proper handling of dairy, grains, and that's generally also something that has a lot of allergy stuff in it. How to use canned goods because those can go bad too, and you need to watch out for those dents. Dented cans are fine generally, but if there's any swelling in the cans, be very careful. If it starts to swell at all, toss it. Because that generally means that something has gotten in there. Bacteria are feeding on the food inside that can, giving off the gases, and it's starting to bulge out the can. Toss that stuff.
Yeah.
If there are any sharp edges on the dented can, toss it. It's not worth the risk. But, we also talk about storage, I think is important too. Keeping it in the fridge only for the amount of time it's supposed to be. You can freeze milk, for example. I also talk about like money saving type of deal because if there's a good deal on bread and milk, I'll buy a couple and then freeze it because you can. You can freeze milk, you can freeze bread. But that's all I have for you on the food safety in general. I hope that this restaurant has learned something because it seems like they needed the information.
Oh, absolutely. Well, all jokes aside, this is honestly great, and I've gone through food safety quite a bit. I had to work at a couple restaurants and food places back in the day, and it's always good to refresh on what you've already heard. In general, it could be food safety, it could be just the physical things like moving around something heavy in the restaurant, the workplace. anything when it comes to something like that with safety in general, always brush it up. Because you never know when you have a question on something if you're doing something right or wrong. There's always a right way. And there's always a right way to prevent that or any illness or stuff happening with that. Seriously. Thank you. I appreciate you and giving you all my funds to do this. And hello, Miss Mochi, hi, pretty bones, and other pretty people. Yes, this refresher, Mr. Aejis. This is our boy who has given us the wonderful, wonderful lessons of food safety. We have my Nilly, the vanilla ice cream VTuber. Hold on, my hearing has suddenly just stopped. Everything just stopped. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. We have Fuji Water, who a water boy, and we have Honey Bun.
Dare you?
Yeah, that's right. And we have the man, our chef, our sous chef, who works at a great minimum wage. Our boy, yeah, that's right, Shane. Say hello to sous chef Shane as well. But this is a actually good portion. I'm gonna actually set up on my side. If any of you need to step away, but you can talk amongst each other, talk about food experiences, your favorite food, goods and bads. I'm gonna set up my setting so that way we can start the grilling portion of turkey burgers. And you will see the greatness and goodness of my cooking skills because I'm totally a chef.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm totally a chef. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you woke up.
Huh?
And then you woke up.
Yeah. Because I'm totally a dreamer. Absolutely. I follow through on my dreams. Follow your dreams. If
Bet
you
on yourself,
dream it, you can
boys.
do it.
BOYS.
Exactly.
Bet on yourself.
Yes. Quit your day job. Become
Who
what
would've-
you want to dream.
Hold on now.
Who would have
This
thought?
economy.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Don't let your memes be dreams. He gets it. He gets it.
Who would have thought that people would spend a couple of hours on a weekend to watch a cartoon badger teach them about health and wellness? But people do it. It's
Yep.
amazing.
Yep, a cartoon badger comes in to a digital restaurant hosted by a floating crow skull with a water boy, a bunny, a vanilla, and a real life man in the back cooking for us.
Question for you.
The only real person in the
I
background.
love you, man.
We're quite the crew.
Exactly. We have a good bunch. But I will be right back. I will disappear in the ether real quick, and yeah.
Hopefully none of my students ever find out
What was
about
all that?
what I do.
Yeah.
All right, since he's gone, let's talk about. We've talked about good things and bad. Let's talk about worst food experiences. I
Oh,
think
God.
that's
Somebody's hit me with a bunch of dodgeballs. God.
no.
Oh no!
They can't
guys
see
are
it on the
making
screen.
me angry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Yeast. Yeah, I can't see them because we're doing a thing. This screen is in front of all the dodgeballs, so they hit me in the back of the head. But that's a familiar sound that plays.
Ow.
I mean, you know it. You can hear it in your head.
Right.
A dodgeball thwacking on a person. We do still play dodgeball in PE, though. In addition to health classes, I teach PE, and we do still play dodgeball. It is still allowed in some districts. Often we do have to make some adjustments, though, prevent people from getting hit in the face. Parents don't like that. I think it toughens the kids up.
Yeah, I had heard that it
you
wasn't
were
allowed.
just
Hey, learn to dodge.
What was that, Bun?
Oh no, I just said that I had heard that it wasn't allowed anymore, which made me sad because I love dodgeball.
Yeah. In a lot of districts, it's not. It's taken out. It's not allowed in policies anymore. But some places it is. In some places, you just have to make adjustments. So we'll do a game called 3-ball where you're inside the confines of the basketball court and you can go anywhere in it. And there's only 3 balls in it. So generally, what happens is that the throws are much closer, so people aren't throwing it very hard. we just use we use a different ball. It's not as hard. It doesn't hurt as much, but it can still be thrown pretty quickly. 3-ball is very popular. I sometimes do a game where we do traditional dodgeball, but I put the volleyball net up. So you have to throw it under the net so it doesn't hit anybody in the face. Or you can throw it over the net, but that still means it's not going to hit anyone like directly in the face. Just there are ways to get around that requirement.
I got spiked in the face with a volleyball in high school once, so that was fun.
Oh, and they're so hard. They're even harder than dodgeballs.
Yeah.
They are so incredibly hard, yes.
Fitness gram, pacer, fitness, dick in yo mouth, geeky girl. Thanks. Thanks for
I'm
that.
sorry.
Thanks for that. Anyway, yeah, so good food experiences, bad ones. I'm gonna make brisket tomorrow, like I said. It's gonna be great. Cabbage, carrots, onions. Gonna serve it with some potatoes. Probably make some banana bread with it as the dessert. Cranberry marshmallow banana bread that I like to make.
Nice.
Unfortunately,
Banana bread
eggs
is
are
so
super
goated.
expensive. What was that?
Yes.
Oh, I was saying banana bread is so goated.
It is,
yeah.
It's
yeah.
like one of the best things ever.
Goated with the sauce.
See.
Eggs are
Yes.
so expensive, so I'm gonna have to use some egg substitute because eggs are right now a dozen around me is like $8.
Yeah, I think it's because of that the bird flu, right?
Yep.
And that's why I tried to raise
What
my
is-
own chickens.
Mm-hmm.
What do you use
Um,
for egg substitute?
Some people use like applesauce. You can use a mixture of like flaxseed and water. I'm just getting like the canned powdered stuff you can just mix with water. It can be cheaper, but you just need that
Good to know.
protein it's a thickening agent.
Don't they also use like the liquid from like fava beans or something like that?
Yeah. Or chickpeas or something. It's some kind of lentil.
Yeah, chickpeas, not fava beans. I don't know where I got that idea. I'm sorry.
I once, while working at a cashier position at Wendy's, had someone get mad because they thought they didn't have enough bacon on their Baconator. So they threw the sandwich and food at me across the counter.
What?
Jeez. So not enough bacon, so they don't eat anything at all. That seems smart.
Probably
They
a
ate
$2.50
halfway into
burger then at the time.
Mm.
Ridiculous.
It's just a waste.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you were talking about making brisket the other day. If we want to talk about a bad food experience, I have one of those.
Oh,
Yeah, so when I was about, let's say, I think I was like 15, my dad had some leftover brisket in the fridge, and I was very hungry that day. And I was supposed to go help my mother at a sale. It was like a garage sale we were having or something like that. And I was known for being quite lazy, so that fits into the story later. So for breakfast, instead of a normal person making eggs or cereal, I decided to eat leftover brisket. It turns out that brisket had been there for about half a month.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't know that because it somehow smelled fresh. It didn't smell bad at all. But the pains that ensued from that was like if Hades had opened the gates of the underworld themselves and put them into my stomach. And I could not get up anymore. And my mom did not want to believe me that I was in tremendous pain, and she just called me lazy and left.
Wow.
oh, unbelievable.
But besides that, no, I called my dad later on. I was like, Dad, how long has that been in there? He's like, a month. Can you call my mom and tell her I'm not lying?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to label your foods when you put them in the freezer. Put the date on them
I
so
was
people know how long they've been in there.
I was 15. I didn't know any better.
Well, thank you for the raid, Billy. I appreciate you. I'm almost done right now. We are just going through the process of mixing our turkey meat with all the seasonings, getting the egg together for the binding, and that way we'll be able to just plop it down on the grill and also get our portobello mushroom caps and get those grilled up too.
You wash your hands, right?
I'm washing my hands, sir.
Good.
Food safety.
Someone in the chat was saying that their mom didn't believe them that they broke their foot, so they had to re-break their foot. Ow!
Yup.
So you're saying it was bent one way, then re-bent it the other way.
So the thing is,
Ow.
there are cases like that. So sometimes if you break your foot wrong, or if it didn't heal right, they have to break your foot again. That way your foot or bone can actually heal properly. Because if it heals wrong, you're just going to have a messed up joint. Or, yeah, they have to sometimes re-break it to get it to where it wants to heal.
So what
That's-
That's why I have a crooked toe.
what percent turkey are you using?
85%, so that way it doesn't
85.
crumble up.
Nice. Can be hard to get turkey to stay moist, ground turkey especially, but I love using it. Around me, it can become very cheap sometimes. It'll be like $1.99 a pound, local farmers, and that's way cheaper than like $3.99 a pound ground beef. So I get ground turkey a lot. It's fantastic, but it is hard to stay moist and delicious and dry out really easily. So you want to use that 80 to 85%. Make sure you're using a lot of like seasonings, onions and stuff helps. Eggs can also help to prevent that crumbling that and help bind it, but you know, expensive stuff. I like to use Worcestershire sauce.
He said it right. He
Worcestershire
said,
sauce.
Yeah, he said it right.
Yes, he said it right. He
Chestershire.
knows the language.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Since you can't see what they're doing, you tips here, don't want to overmix it. Don't want them to be too dense or tough. I put a little dent in the center of each one so it doesn't puff up too much and get that big bulge.
I'm wearing wireless headset, so I can actually hear everything you're saying. So this is actually good.
You'll generally want to pan sear it or grill first. If you're gonna oven bake it, which I actually do like to do, I like to bake turkey or bacon. Bake the bacon. Really helps make it crispy. Keep it from getting too soggy. Then I made poutine not too long ago.
Oh.
And I made the poutine, and I took really nice crispy bacon that I'd put in the oven, and I chopped it all up and put it in there on top of the cheese curds with the French fries and some grated onions, fried onions, like what I'm trying to say, crispy, like French's fried onions. God, it was good. I paid for it the next day, but it was good.
Yeah, I can't find cheese curds where I'm from. And I've been wanting to try
man.
poutine for so long.
I live in Wisconsin, so sorry.
Oh, the land of cheese.
Yep. Geeky
Oh,
Girls
man,
Canadian,
that's
so it's important.
awesome.
I feel like we're kindreds then. Wisconsin's sort of a southern Canada. There are actually parts of Wisconsin that are more north than Canada. Toronto is more south than where I live. We have all kinds of cheese, and it's really inexpensive. The other thing that we get here is buffalo meat. There's a buffalo farm not too far away, and that is excellent for burgers. Buffalo meat is amazing because it can be really, you can get the lower fat ones and it still tastes as good as like the higher fat beef.
I haven't had that in a hot minute. It's so good. Makes me feel fancy eating it too. It's like, whoa, I'm eating buffalo. What do you got over there? Beef?
Plebeians with their beef.
Yeah.
Shark meat
There used to
burger.
be only one specialty restaurant around me that used to serve buffalo, and it was so good. But they moved it like 2 cities away from me, so I have to make a special trip to get there now.
I used to live around the city in Wisconsin that has the claim to be the place that invented the hamburger. There are 2 places in the U.S. that claim to have invented it. There's a city in New York State and a city in Wisconsin. I think the Wisconsin one has a better claim because the New York place, they made it between 2 pieces of bread, not on a bun. And I'm like, that's more of a melt. It's more of like a patty melt if it's on regular sliced bread. But this place in Wisconsin that claims to have invented the hamburger, they have a giant statue to the guy who invented it. So it looks like, in 1,000 years when aliens or archaeologists come to check the ruins, they'll be like, oh, this culture worshipped the burger god. But they do every year burger days where they have a ketchup water slide and they have a giant grill in the shape of a burger that cooks 1,000-pound burger, and everyone in town comes and gets a chunk off of it and makes a burger. It was the Guinness World Record holder for the biggest burger ever made. So that's my connection to the noble history of the hamburger, is Hamburger Charlie and his giant statue where he's nobly holding out a burger, and it does look like some sort of statue to a conquering leader or god who came down from heaven and bestowed upon mankind the burger.
That's not the one that like has that special grill that like they put it in between like 2 racks or something like that.
I'm not sure. It is like in the shape of a burger, the one they have. Like it's shaped and painted like a burger.
I might be thinking of the other one you said, the New York one. The other one that claimed it.
New Yorkers, what do they think they know about burgers?
Exactly.
Pity slickers.
I went to New York once and they charged me $14 for a burger without fries. I was like,
Ugh.
That's ridiculous.
No, just go to Culver's.
Ooh,
I've
yeah.
never been to Culver's. Is it that good?
The butter burgers are that good, yes.
Okay.
I mean, you are eating like a stick of butter worth of butter, but I mean, that's the point.
I mean, if you just, take a little walk afterwards, you'll be
Yeah.
fine. A little 10-minute walk, you'll burn a good calorie count off.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
perfect. All right, so the headset works. So right now, I'm going through my little process here. Right now, I haven't done the egg quite yet, but the egg yolk is in there. We have added cumin, sea salt, minced garlic, black pepper, and a little bit of paprika. And that way we're going to season that and just a hint of cayenne pepper.
Wait. Hold on. So let me get this straight. You're just telling us and not showing us? So we're just the entertainment right now. Is that what you're
Right
basically?
now, the
So
reason why is because...
Are we getting paid separate for the entertainment portion of
Oh
this?
my fucking god! Well, yeah, you will.
Okay, all right. So
You will.
double pay everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able to see everything. 'Cause currently right
I
now,
don't want to see the completion. I want to see the steps.
you're seeing the steps. You will see the steps.
Why are we seeing
over on the
It's
table.
like the cooking show where it's been made ahead of time and they like fast forward.
You're
it's like-
seeing it raw.
I think
You're
what we're
seeing
seeing is we're Superintendent Chalmers, and you have snuck out the window to go get some Krusty Burgers, even though we we expected steamed clams.
Steamed clams. Yeah.
Aurora Borealis
So we're the Aurora Borealis right now. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my god.
at this time of year.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this rolling.
I'm just giving you a hard time,
I
buddy.
know you are. I know you are, homie.
Where's
Alright.
the lamb sauce?
Okay, so question for everybody: is anybody else worked at a restaurant in their career
Yes.
so far?
Yes.
Yes.
What was one of your worst experiences? Not like with a customer, but just like at the restaurant you worked at.
So
If you want to go first, Amai?
Sure,
Okay.
it's not as exciting as everybody else's, honestly.
Sure.
I worked at a restaurant. Yeah. I worked at a restaurant, and it was my first time ever being a waitress. And, I'm a very clumsy girl, okay? Maybe giving me the waitress job was not the best idea, but I wanted to try it because there's nothing wrong with trying new things. Um, so it was like maybe I was there for a week or so, and I was left alone with like a big party, and I I got I got the waiter platter out and put my drinks on there, and unfortunately, I ended up bringing the drinks to the right table, and I've got everybody's drinks except for one out, and the weight balance was not good. That cup was not in the center where it should have been, and I tipped it over on somebody.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I quit maybe 2 hours after that because I felt so bad. Yeah,
That
I
has
got
happened,
water
yeah.
all over somebody,
Were they a good sport or
and I
were
never.
they angry?
They were a good sport. I guess because another waitress had told them that, hey, she's new. I hate that feeling. I don't know if you guys do or not, but like you're new at something, and like you screw up, and they're like, oh, it's okay, they're new. No, I need to be the
Yeah.
master of everything.
That's human nature right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
To a T.
Yeah. They weren't upset, and I think it's part of the reason why I didn't quit immediately. But I still felt bad.
Mm.
I have one of those consciences where I feel bad about anything. It doesn't matter if they're cool or about it. It's like not cool with me. So, but
Oh.
that was the first and the last restaurant job that I ever had.
So you have the thing where you need to be perfect at everything right off the start. Yeah, I feel that. So you decided to become a VTuber,
Yep.
which is the
I
perfect thing to do if we feel that way.
I've done a lot of things, but yes, I'm currently here. And now I'm here in a restaurant again. Who would have thought?
Right.
Full circle.
And now you get to watch someone else live on screen make that same mistake.
Well,
Dang.
I made one mistake.
Uh-oh.
So you see,
Okay.
I have lacked a prep station to place my flattened patty. Now the question is,
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Is that grill clean?
that grill is gonna be a little bit cleaner. I don't like the way it looks, so I have to clean it just a tad. I have to clean the drip pan just a little bit. But right now, I'm just trying to. All right, you know what? All right, we're gonna do this. See, this is.
This is why we're giving you a hard time, because it's actually much funnier.
I'm a professional. All right, it's gonna go on this plate.
A
There you go,
professional
plate.
what?
And also, Geeky,
Wash
that's
my
wild.
hands so that way I can get this plate, and then I'll be able to continue.
Where I'm from, we clean that grill with an onion when it's hot.
Now, look
Oh.
at that. Look at that. If you hear, I'm washing my hands.
I don't
Can't
hear
hear
any
it.
water. I have water.
I don't
I
hear
don't
water.
hear any water. Don't lie to me.
The noise suppression is strong with this one.
I have water. I don't hear any water. You're lying.
What do you mean?
We don't hear
I don't hear the
water.
water. You're lying.
I'm,
Show us your hands. If you're that confident.
I can't show hands
Why not?
because I have no camera.
Then what are we looking at? A picture?
Yeah.
This is a picture? Oh,
This
you're
is
gonna
their-
give us a slideshow? There you go.
Yeah.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
There seems
Their
to be
new
flesh on
PNG.
those hands.
Look at those clean hands.
You. I'm just,
He's borrowing a meat puppet.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
The lengths I had to go to get that, though.
I think that's one of those we don't have to ask questions
No.
situations.
Just no. Please don't.
Yeah.
Nilly, I am trying so hard not to call you Nilly Vanilli.
Dang.
That is a very common nickname that people say. I
Okay.
have a lot of them, but like
I
Millie
figured,
Vanilli is
I
cute.
figured, but when I saw your name, I was like, oh, Millie Vanilli. I was like, no, don't say that, Fuji, please.
I would.
That's a I say that's a justified experience. When you're like your first week and spilling something with someone, yeah, definitely.
That's normal, to be honest, in my opinion.
That's very justified to feel that feeling. Like I get the feeling like you want to be good at something immediate. I get that all the time, especially when you live with someone who expects that from you to be good at everything. Like an older parent from like a traditional generation, they expect perfection.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm only human. I have a few. I have so many. So I worked at Panda Express. I cooked, prepped, did the normal serving and all that stuff. So
Stole one of the walks.
yeah, I've seen a lot from a consumer standpoint and an employee standpoint. Most of my stories are from the employee standpoint. So when we were talking about temperature and we were talking about the guns, that's what when we first come in the morning, what we call the steam table. We used to have to fill it up with water and then take temperatures of the water and then the food. So there was one time I was doing that. And we're putting all the foods over the water, and that's how we keep our foods warm. We boil the water to it's like 400 something degrees, and it's doing that all day. And then some days we have to change the water, some days we don't. There was one day we were changing out the sweet and sour sauce.
Oh no.
Sauce has to be at least, I can't remember, it's been so long, but it's like 165, 170. I was changing it out to put in a new sweet and sour sauce. Someone bumps me and I spill it all over myself. The worst part about that, it's sticky, so it stuck to me, and I'm just like, I want to get this stuff off. I'm trying to still remain calm, but it's like burning through my clothes. Not like melting, but it's hot. I'm like, oh my god. Get me out of here, please. And everyone's just sitting around like, we don't know what to do. And I'm like, get me some water. I need something. No, I had to sit there and just and I'm just like, I have a few scars on my leg, but it sucked because it stuck to me. And I had to work the rest of the day like that. So it was awful.
I had something similar happen to me where, so I worked at a Firehouse Subs. And when we cooked the meats and everything, if you want a hot sub and you want the cheese and everything cooked and all that, we put it in a steamer. So we usually, when we're going behind people, we say herd. And this is one of my managers that usually tells people, hey, I'm coming behind, and we all have to say herd. He was taking out a steamer fully just to clean out the water and change out the water, fully right after just cooking meat in there. Straight up, he doesn't let us know that he's walking behind. I'm turning around to get bread off of the toaster behind us, bump into him, hits me in the chest, and all that water goes onto my legs, and we're not wearing long pants, we're wearing shorts because it's Florida. So, yeah. I had to go home early that day. Not a fun feeling.
Oh, no.
Nah.
I couldn't imagine.
The scars have healed up, though. You can no longer tell that they're there.
How long did it take to heal back?
2 or 3 years.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
Yeah, I have tons of burns that took years to heal.
There's our patty.
Hey.
Delicious.
Not big enough, though.
It looks a little lopsided, pal. What are you doing there?
I want to show my face so bad to really give you a mean mug.
That is not please.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Another story. This is after I learned this important lesson and I had to bestow it on someone else. So we had a new chef, and he was making the fried rice. It's probably his second or third time. If you don't know, it uses a lot of oil to make that amount of fried rice. You know, whew. This person they put the burner on too high and it caught fire. This man, we have a little tiny water hose. He grabs it. He grabs it, and we all see the fire. We all see the fire. I run over to him and grab him like, no water. He's like, that's what puts out fire. And I'm like, this is a grease oil fire.
Yeah.
You're going to make it worse. How do I put it out? And I was like, you see that tub of grease or oil? Dump it on it. And he dumps it. He's like, how did you know? I was like, oh, I had to learn that lesson too. You have to have something like you can put out a grease fire with water, but you need a heavy amount of water. They're like, oh, you can put out like a fire. Like, yeah. Do you see how much those firemen in the water hoses are? How much pressure are pumping out of those things? Yeah, it's more of like not the water, but the weight of the water that's smothering it out. You know, it's not the water itself; it's just the weight of that. So yeah, that was a fun experience, and I was just like, I saved, not a life, but I helped teach someone something. So it was pretty cool.
I have some fun restaurant experience if we still have time for that.
Yeah, he's still cooking.
Yeah, he's still
All
cooking.
right.
We're the before and after dinner entertainment. Forget him. He's cooking.
Okay. Well, I have a few. Do you want to do the one where I instantly lost my job, or when I worked for the mouse?
Oh God.
Ooh, hold on. Let's do the mouse. I want to do the mouse.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, I went to Florida to work for a certain mouse at a resort. And so I was working there for a year. But the first couple of days that I was there, I was on the line as the fry station. So like I used to do like dumplings, French fries, all that good stuff. And this is what is called, do you guys know what a family style restaurant is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so for those that don't know, that basically means that you cook a bunch of food and then put it on a plate so people can pig out and then get more for one flat price. And so what ended up happening was the person who taught me how to like handle the food there told me that I had to fill up both fryer baskets to the brim. And yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, I mean, that doesn't sound right, but I don't want to lose my job, so let's do it. And just think of it like this. I had to flip those baskets, which could have weighed maybe, let's say, maybe 10 pounds each, maybe a little more, every 15 minutes, maybe less, for an 8-hour shift. One day, I started realizing my arms hurt really bad every time I got up in the morning. And well, as a proud Mexican bunny here, I sucked it up and kept going to work. 2 weeks later, I had to keep putting my hands in ice buckets to numb them out. It wasn't until I realized one day, it wasn't until I realized that one day I woke up and I basically threw up from the pain. Yeah, it turns out I had a bilateral carpal tunnel, and I had to be put in splints for 2 days. Well, not 2 days, actually. I was in splints for like 2 months.
Wow.
And it was funny. The head chef came up to me and had a safety briefing, as they like to call it, and they told me, what did you do that could have been wrong? It's like, well, I mean, I did this, and I told him about the fryer baskets. It's like, no, you're supposed to fill them up halfway. It's like, well, you should tell your line cooks that because they're doing it wrong.
Oh god.
Damn.
Because of that, I got put in what is called cold kitchen. So I basically just made salads for 8 hours a day for the next 2 or 3 months. And honestly, as someone who loves to cook, that was pretty boring. But yeah, that happens. Basically, I got injured by the mouse. That was fun.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
And then I
was
guess I saw someone say that they wanted to hear the other story too. So,
Yep.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was working at this local fine dining restaurant. I had told them that this was literally my first restaurant like experience ever, like as a cook. And I told them maybe you should start me up as a prep cook. And they told me we only have one position available, and that's line cook. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's give it a try. I didn't realize that this restaurant was open kitchen concept. So that means that everybody can see you doing, and they can judge you on every little mistake you made. This place like specialized in like fish tacos and fried chicken and all that good stuff. I was in charge of the fish tacos and the fried chicken. So there was one particular day that I had been working for like 2 months at this point. And there was one particular day that we had a huge rush. And I was preparing like 3 orders of fish tacos, and I had 3 or 4 hotel pans worth of chicken for a to-go order. I was one of those people that kept their washing towel on their apron because for some reason that wasn't wrong to them. And so it was time for me to take out the hotel pan of chicken, and I used my apron, my rag from my apron, which was soaked, to take out a hot pan. So yeah, as you all can tell, that all of it fell to the floor once I seared my hand. And since everybody heard that, the chef brought me to the office, yelled his head off, and fired me on the spot.
I know I'm under the chat box, don't worry.
Hiding their shame.
I'm hiding my shame because look at we got cooking. Things are cooking up.
But yeah, that was that story.
Yeah. So right now we're waiting on we're gonna be waiting on the mushroom caps. Mushroom caps are almost done. You just gotta flip it over to the other side after 5 minutes. Which you should have at least about 2 to 3 minutes left. 10 minutes should be each side, or depending on how fast it cooks, it should at least be at least 165, I believe. And so we're gonna wait a little bit longer, then flip it and let that finish off, and then we're gonna build our burger with the garlic aioli, and this will be one healthy burger. So yeah,
Sounds
for
good.
me, I've only worked, to be honest, in my whole career, I've only worked at one restaurant and one Jimmy John's. That is surprisingly, I don't have that much food experience. I don't have that much restaurant experience. I was only a busboy. But it was fun for what it was. I had a boss that was very overbearing.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens.
Oh,
It's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, he basically I understand cleanliness in a food in a food establishment is utmost important. Very, very important. Even the grime, even the little specks on the floor, I understand that. But I guess I never got the concept of, yeah, this is your job. As a busboy, you do this, you do that. I guess I didn't like that. I'm. It's weird coming from a mom who was very, 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 very white glove. Absolutely, everything must be clean, or else you will be crucified. You are done. So it's 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 not bad, but I do want to this is why I wanted to do this. I want to learn how to cook, and I want hold on. This is actually all right. So one thing I'm realizing with this is that a little bit the consistency of turkey a little bit is different. Absolutely. Yeah, as you can see, from what we discussed, it is very a different consistency. It is falling apart a little bit, but we do need to take some lessons on that. I definitely do on how to keep that consistency there. You can add like panko or breadcrumbs. I heard to make it better. That's what I've heard. But under further with that, I'm trying to make a healthy alternative. I'm not entirely sure on how to improve that. So this is more of a, hey, I'm learning,
Yep.
and also if things go wrong, it's all on camera, right?
Yeah. Egg, as Geeky Girl says, can help. Other people may use Greek yogurt. Kind of gives
I
it
heard
some
that.
moisture and consistency.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna use a healthier cheese which is mozzarella. It's either mozzarella or feta.
Mm.
So I went with mozzarella. So we're gonna wait here, puppies, puppies. Come on. I know this is good in your standards. No, 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 no. I know you want to eat the turkey, but you cannot. I have a pug and a Yorkie. So they are
Oh,
the pug is eyeballing.
Hmm.
Big time. But that a great food experience. Me and Trua, which is my wife. If you hear her in the background, she's probably live right now. She is. Me and her went to a restaurant that was a four-course dinner. Very nice. Everything was great, but the one thing that was the just so good. It was a wagyu beef short rib. Absolutely just melted in your mouth, exploded with flavor, very savory, and it had a bit of a sweetness to it, to where everything was just perfect. It was absolutely incredible. But burgers have always been my favorite. As a true hearty American, I do love my burgers. But let's lay that on top there, or it is almost done. It is cooking all the way through. But it does take a little bit longer for poultry, as Aegis said, to cook, because compared to beef, I know it's a different consistency.
165.
A plus.
Thank you.
Exactly. There we go. See, my employees are learning. I'm so proud of my employees. They're getting a bonus for that one.
So I got the job?
You all got the job. You all
Yay!
got the job, exactly. This is your second job. You'll just be we need a stock boy, we need a cashier, we need a waitress, we need all that stuff. See, this
Very
is
nice.
the way it be. So we're gonna build our burger while that's finishing up. Have our lettuce on the bed. We have Roma tomatoes. I had tomatoes last time, but I was just like, let's make it a little cute. So we'll have our tomatoes resting right here on top of the portobello. Then we're gonna have our burger rest on top. Put the garlic aioli. Have the onions stick on top, and they're Spanish onions. Want to give that a try? Spanish onions will go on top, and then lo and behold, we have our lovely burger.
I can't wait to see it.
I think I could have done better, but every day is a learning experience when it comes to cooking. Always trial and error, which I've actually been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay. I'm not gonna say I watched one episode of Hell's Kitchen and I learned how to cook immediately. I'm not gonna say that, but it inspired me to at least learn more and at least have that motivation to be like, you know what, I want to try. And also, I sit in IT a lot, real life. Well, used to. Ha ha ha. And I'm a full time streamer. Unemployed. Unemployed. But yeah, it's fun. I love food. I love how food tastes good every time, and I want to be able to recreate that feeling with myself and for the others that have that. I really do.
Right on.
Yeah.
Very
It's,
nice.
food is love. And I feel like if you put love into it, you will get that same thing back. Unless you take your eyes off it, and then you will overcook.
That is very true. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
That is a small patty, but I'm gonna let it cook just for a little bit more. This is a small one, but oh man. Any advice? This is not listen, I run a restaurant.
This is
but I may
live.
need- This is live.
Yep, probably just do need a mix, a congealing agent of some kind that will keep that
Yeah.
held together, which would also
You think,
keep it moist and give it some more flavor, whether
You
it's
think
the yogurt
mayo?
or the egg.
you think a little bit of mayo mixed in with it would help?
Yeah, if you like mayo, that would be fine.
That's thick.
Go. Very nice. That does smell good. Right. That mozzarella. It's actually very coming off very nice. We'll have our garlic aioli. Also, I'm drinking water right now. I also have some smiley face fries.
Oh.
Nice.
I'll probably have with this, inspired by your Disney being a Disney cook. And this
Yes.
health burger is based on what Aegis is doing, giving food safety, food health. And I also got vanilla ice cream for a dessert.
Oh my gosh!
Exactly.
Yay!
So if I couldn't provide what I usually do with burgers, because I would usually give everybody a custom VTuber art burger based on their model. But with this, I hope this can be an exception because I am unemployed. I got recently let go. So I hope this can be an exception until I can get those for you guys.
That's very nice.
That's kind.
Wonderful stuff.
If I can get this garlic aioli open. There we go. Perfect.
Stab it.
Oh, random tidbit. I have a burn on my arm. The shape of Mickey Mouse.
Oh, so you've been
How
branded.
come?
I've been brownded by the mouse, like my wife says. And it was done by a steamer, so that was fun.
Oh
Now
no.
you'll have on top our nice patty. We'll have a nice patty. And lo and behold,
There we go.
Ooh.
Mushroom,
That looks
turkey,
so good.
mozzarella, lettuce, tomato, aioli. Lovely.
Absolutely.
And healthy because it will not give you salmonella or food poisoning.
Exactly. So we don't want salmonella. We do not want that. I will post that on Twitter. So that way I will actually post the with the fries, and I will try to get the ice cream with that along with the water for Fuji water.
Nice, nice.
All represented.
Oh
That's
my
so
god!
nice.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Uh, my, my phone almost got cooked.
Oh. Oh no.
You know what I forgot? My onions.
What's that? Not the
Oh, the
Spanish
onions.
There you go. The Spanish onions. There we go. It's on top now. Perfect. There we go. I'm going to put this back on the table. There we go. And now I have not contaminated myself. I have followed FDA regulations. I have washed my hands. I've done everything proper. I am certified, have my redemption arc to run this restaurant. This is my moment.
I begrudgingly pass this restaurant on its health inspection.
Yeah.
Yes. Hear that, FDA? I'm on your shit list now. You can't avoid me. Hold on. I want the world to know. I want the world to know. Nah, put my ass front screen. Front and center. You hear me, internet? Approved by the Badger himself. I can do whatever I want. Exactly, word for word.
He just
Whatever.
felt sorry for you.
Exactly. He can't take back the verdict.
I mean, you already paid me.
Yes, I paid him to be able to say, yes, this is approved.
You paid for a yes man.
Exactly, I paid for a yes.
Do you know how little teachers make? I had to take this bribe.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah. Gatorade is better, bitch.
Yeah, we're definitely. Yeah, you know what? I hope you know what. When you do come back to you know what, it's going to be relentless torture. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
You know what?
So you better stay away.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is that right?
You thought it was bad
Is that right?
before.
But if
Is
you
that
make
right?
if
Well,
you
you
make
know
me
what?
regret this, if you make me look bad, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't know.
I didn't know.
I have some lore too that we'll
Oh.
discuss if you make me look bad.
I do not want. Listen, I'm not trying to make you look bad. You run a fine business. You run a fine establishment, and
Do
you're good. You're good at the. Shut up. You are great at what you do, and you totally didn't take my bribe. You need the money. I felt, you know what? You need to spread the good word of good knowledge to prevent my employees, who are now fired because I just realized I cannot run the budget to do this. I can only afford one chef. So yeah, they got free knowledge basically.
Dang, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
second quickest restaurant job I had.
Wow. You're worse than the mouse. How do you feel about that?
We'll get your W-2 at the end of the year.
For no money made.
Yep.
For no money made. Well, actually, you made 2 hours and 26 minutes and 50 seconds worth of money.
So what is our hourly rate?
Well, it was actually 48. So, yeah, I'm generous, but I'm stupid because I don't know how wages work. I don't know how proper wages work. Do you know how much I pay him in the back? I tell him minimum wage, but he doesn't see his paychecks. I have to directly deposit into his account with a anonymous number that he cannot see, but he gets paid more. So, because he's a sous chef, and I love that man.
Yeah, we should also return to the fact that you prevent your employees from discussing their wages, which I did not forget about.
No, you
And
can't.
that
Yeah,
is
you can. I can
that
pay you
is a
more.
federal
I can
labor
pay you more.
violation.
I can pay you more. Listen. I'm the devil in your ear. I will pay you more to let this slip by.
Are you union busting in this establishment?
My offer still stands. My offer still stands.
Why are you trying to buy people?
Why do you care?
Because you're supposed to be running a fine ran establishment.
It is.
It's by your standards.
I did not say it was bring your pet to work day.
You let it in.
No,
See?
you're lucky I pay you a lot. He brings strays in.
No, I don't. You're the one that does that, and you blame it on me.
Oh,
No,
you
listen, you're making me look bad in front of the health inspector and OSHA.
You already paid him off. It's okay.
Actually, never mind. But
Yeah, I mean, you only paid me off for the health thing, not about the, the violence happening in the back and the labor stuff and the OSHA.
he causes it.
Wow.
He causes that violence.
No, blame him for not having more workers, because I have to do everything myself.
No, I help you. I help you. Don't give me that look. You know I help you. So listen, hold on. See, you need some help. So let me go back. Let me go back. All right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. So no. Put that away. Put that away. You know that does nothing. You know that does nothing.
You know
Does
what?
nothing.
You know what? I've been saving this for a while now.
What have you been saving?
Alderond.
What's Elder Wand? What do you mean?
Avada Kedavra! Ha!
Wait. No. You can't practice magic.
Yeah.
You cannot practice
Yeah.
magic in this restaurant. I told you that.
Avada Titty! Ha!
No! Damn it! What have you done? What have you done?
So we're going to need to get another
Finding
government
ways to hurt
agency
you.
involved and get the fire department out here.
Oh,
Oh man.
I don't know what to do.
Somebody needs to
Avada
get
Titty
here.
Milk!
She's getting
Yeah,
Oh,
we need to
that
get
could
this this ice cream into the freezer. It's been in the danger zone for too long.
you're gonna melt Neely.
We should. I told you we should have gotten the
Water!
fire sprinklers installed.
You know,
Blastoise!
you
No,
need
no,
a
Big
lot
Man
of
Blastoise! Go!
Fuji, get the water.
Hey, I don't work here anymore, remember?
Yeah, you fired these people.
You fired us.
Yeah, you fired all of us.
You're
Can't make
fired
people work off the
again.
clock.
I don't know. You have to increase the pay. I just want to
I'll
make sure
hire you
you place.
$150 an hour to get this.
Can't melt the ice cream, okay?
Godzilla?
My chef is dying.
I'm not dying. I can't die.
Famous last words.
My restaurant. Hold on. If I could stuff out the fire, I could stuff out the fire with mine. I can
Don't
step off the
fart!
fire with
Don't
mine.
fart!
I'll stop it.
Ah! Oh, he farted it away. How'd that work?
That
I'm
is
a
not
wizard.
sanitary.
I don't think you're asking me a wizard if you even have an ass, but okay.
It is sanitary because
I don't think so.
Why does it smell like lavender?
Because
It probably smells like brimstone.
Brimstone with a
Hey,
mixture of
Shrek.
lavender.
hey,
Even the
Shrek.
cat's dead now. Damn.
What? Wait, what happened?
I
No,
said
I'm gonna be charged for animal cruelty. The
Well,
cat should be alive.
Now
The funny thing is, the cat was fine with the
sad.
fire. The moment you let
I
loose
like
is when
that.
it died.
Toxic.
Oh, wait, hold on, let me...
See, that's why it would
Oh,
actually
brought it
be
back.
better to be a
okay.
necromancer, because you could just
Wait, what
summon
happened?
skeletons to
What
do
happened to my
work for
sound?
you.
You can you
My
hear
sound
us?
is on.
We can hear you.
I cannot hear anything. Hold on.
I just clowned my titty.
What has happened?
The titty?
My man titty.
Oh no.
No, don't give me those eyes. You can stay over there. I gotta
Hello?
take you back outside. Cause Nello let you in.
Chat, I've gone deaf. I can't hear anything. But they can hear you.
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you hear us?
we can hear the bird, but the cat can't.
That's
Which
weird.
I don't know. Maybe the quality of the stream has gone up.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
So did you show us the finished burgers?
Yes.
Okay, I must.
Yeah, at the end.
I did have a phone call, so I must have missed it.
I can't
I was
hear
able
anything.
to catch it on stream, but I had
Oh my
to
God.
be in the bathroom for a moment.
Oh no.
And wash your hands, obviously.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, I washed my
All
hands.
right. What did you rate it, Mr. Aegis? What was the rating of his burger?
The burger, it was an A for effort, and
Don't talk shit. I can't hear
There were-
anything.
there were some production issues with the falling apart, which is a normal first attempt. You know, happens to a lot of guys sometimes.
Mhm.
It just didn't
Voices.
stay firm. But the concept was good. Mushrooms, mozzarella, all that. I can't do the taste test, but I'm gonna give it an IGN review and give it a 6.8 out of 10.
Oh no!
Not the IGN
Oh.
review.
No.
A
It
good
could at least
rental.
been a 7.
Wait,
I mean, but I can't go a
No.
6.9. That would be too obvious.
I can hear now.
Damn.